Welcome, everybody. Jeff Yalden here. On this video webinar, I'm going to be talking about coping with your anxiety during this time that we are all under quarantine and self-isolating. I know it's a very stressful time for many people, including myself. I want to share with you an emotion that happened last night. Janet and I had gotten home from her mother's, and we were walking in the house, and she had told me that she had moved one of the dressers from one room. It didn't quite make it to another room, so it was in the master bedroom. You couldn't even get in. The drawers weren't taken out. It was heavy, and I realized that I have a red light, yellow, green light, and sometimes and it's opposite. My red light is stop, I'm calm. My green light is I'm gonna just like explode and go off. My yellow light has some space in between the red and the green, but I noticed last night that my emotions were getting the best of me. I was frustrated. I was like angry. I felt it boiling up. Coming in this morning, I knew meditation and yoga was going to be something that was very, very important. So the thing that I'm proud of, though, I'm aware of my feelings and thoughts, and how, as a man with bipolar type 2, it can simply go from Humpty Dumpty sat in the wall to WTF in a heartbeat. I was like, whoa. So I kind of said to Janet, here's what you need to do, blah, blah, blah. You do that and I will help. So we got it all taken care of. Janet is amazing in knowing my triggers and when I'm about to just explode. So I guess my question really is, where are you? Where are you, and how are you feeling during this? I seem to be using the word time of uncertainty. How are you doing with your emotions and your triggers? Are you aware? Do you understand? What are your coping skills to be able to process all of this? What do you do? So here's what I want to share with you. I want to share with you, as I go right here, Dr. Murray Bowen from where is that file? I am not seeing it. Dr. Murray Bowen from Georgetown University shares this great, his family systems theory. And this is what I want to share with you. I'm trying to pull it up right now. For some reason, it's not showing up. Let me see if I can get this up here. I'm sorry, I'm still learning the, here it is, okay. So let's share this. Dr. Murray Bowen shares this family system theory, and I want to show you what this is. This right here is the dad. Basically, he says that everything can be understood if we understand that how we deal with our emotions is really cognizant of how everybody in the family deals with their emotions. So this is coping. So here's what you have here. You have dad, you have mom. And watch what happens. You have dad has emotions, mom has emotions. This is life. Do they take it out on each other? How do they cope with what they're going through in life? I'm still, I want to kind of, this is mom to dad, this is dad to mom. And so what happens is if dad and mom aren't communicating, then dad kind of takes out his thoughts and feelings on other people, so to speak. Like this could be addiction, this could be drugs, this could be gambling, this could be many different things. So what happens is if we're not working together, we're kind of working as individuals where we want to focus on dad and mom communicating. And the same thing, listen, let's not just blame this on dad. What about mom? If mom is not dealing with her thoughts and feelings in a good way, she's going to take it out on other things. So what happens is anger comes from fear and frustration, and we usually try and take it out, or I wouldn't say usually try, we usually take our frustrations out on those people that we love because unconditionally we know that they'll always be there. The problem is if we're not communicating, if we're not sharing our thoughts and feelings, we don't want to burden other people, then we start going outside the family unit, and that's where separation becomes. Now, our children, bullying often comes from our children having to suppress what is coming at them. They don't understand. They're not talking. They're not sharing their feelings and thoughts. We're not communicating as a family. And so what happens is we suppress this, and then when we're comfortable, we kind of take this anger and frustration out on other people. So if mom and dad aren't communicating, some of these things that I'm talking about right here, they're going to start taking it out on their children, the same as mom. And so our children become the victim of our parents not dealing with their thoughts and their emotions. So at the very fundamental part of what I'm trying to say is, mom and dad, how are you handling the uncertainty, the unknown? What do you have the power to control? What do you have the power to not control? So let's talk about that for a second. Going back to the video, you have the power to control your attitude, your choices, your behavior. You can't control the coronavirus, the future. You can't control people, places, and things. You can control what you digest. You can control what you ingest. So how often are you watching the news? Is it on all day long? Are you ingesting it? Like, are you hearing it, watching it, and then just living with it? That is not healthy coping skills. We're all in this together. So I came up with 50 different positive coping skills for stress and anxiety. One thing I wrote down is get a journal. So have a grateful journal, but I think also have a journal where you can share your thoughts and your feelings, and you can write them in the journal. And let me remind you that, my friends, thoughts are thoughts. Like an arm is an arm, a leg is a leg. Thoughts are just what they are. They're thoughts. Often thoughts come from our fear, our frustrations. I think many times we create thoughts that don't need to be created. But what I do want to share with you is feelings. I have a friend, Dr. Alex Crosby, at the Center of Disease Control and Prevention. He talked about suicide amongst the age of white males 35 to 50 years old being the number one statistic. And they wanted to figure out why. And so what they discovered was these white males 35 to 50 years old, as they took the brain and did the research of those that ended their lives by suicide, and they realized that the trauma from their adolescence years was so significant. But watch this. Young men, boys, or adolescents, we're basically taught you don't share your feelings, you suck it up, you grind through it, be tough. And so our kids, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, it's just, I gotta be, I can't share my thoughts, my feelings. Well, this isn't healthy, because then when our responsibilities become bigger, obligations are greater, and you have no coping skills or problem solving skills, my concern is you make a forever decision based on emotion. So I think it's important that we tell our kids that it is okay to talk about your feelings. And parents, the old school, when it came to mental health, we don't talk about it. But we're suddenly starting to realize that we need to start talking about it. As a matter of fact, if you look at a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being high stress, high anxiety, 1 being low stress, anxiety, where are you today on a scale of 1 to 10? Most people I talk about, it's 7, 8, 9, kids, teachers, parents. If you are living a 6 or above, I think it would be safe to say that you're overwhelmed. Well, today, if you are overwhelmed, that is now a clinical diagnosis of living with mental illness. That's right. Can you believe it? But that's not a bad thing. Again, let's go back to what is your self-care? How are you coping with the unknown, the unexpected, your thoughts, your feelings, your frustrations, being close, isolated, on top of each other all day. The kids, mom, dad, mom, dad. Why can't we go out? I don't understand. This is stupid. I don't see anything. The news. So what you digest and ingest, you have a choice. Turn it down and let's look at self-care and coping. So a journal, the Grateful Journal, write down 3 to 5 things a day that you're grateful for. You might say, well, Jeff, that's pretty easy. Try it, my friends. Here's the challenge. No day can be a repeat of the day before. You're going to start noticing things that you're appreciative of that you never even thought. You might notice a tree in your yard that, wow, I didn't know that tree was there. It's little things, my friends. Number 2, this is a great time to get on YouTube and learn how to do something, play an instrument, the guitar, the piano. Get on YouTube and learn magic. Get on YouTube and watch videos of building a computer, building a airplane, or woodworking or something. Find things that you can do that kind of take you away from the stress, but kind of bring you more towards what is beneficial for your overall well-being. Listening to music. Lay back, sit back, and just take in the music, like Kenny G. That's right. John Mayer. Jennifer Nettles. Jason Aldean. I know. Music. Go for a walk. Throw in your beats. Write a story. Man, look at this. You have a choice. You can be the victim or the victor. You can be bored and lazy, but that's what you're choosing to do. You're not born to be lazy. You choose to be lazy. Why don't you write a book? Write a book about, a book needs to be like maybe 6 pages, and you can have it printed on Amazon and sell it like crazy. Write a story. Take advantage of this. And at the end, when we go back to school, share this book with one of your teachers and say, yeah, during the coronavirus, like scare, break, self-isolation, you know what I did? I wrote a book. Now, I want to caution you to be careful about the book that you write. You know, I wrote in 7th grade a book. I was like Edgar Allan Poe. And I wrote about this murder that happened in the basement. And yeah, you know where this is going. Also, the teacher contacts the counselor calls my family. I'm taken in for a psych eval. I thought it was a pretty good book, but probably a little crazy. Write a letter. You know, I was talking to a friend of mine the other day and talked about how, you know, we're always texting. We'll pick up the phone and I'll just send a text, hey man, how are you? It's so unemotional. And so we were talking about the other day and what I'm going to start doing more of. I don't even have them here with me. I know they're somewhere, whatever. I'm going to start writing more postcards and just say, hey, during this time, I wanted to reach out and let you know I'm thinking about you. Yeah. Young people. How about picking up the phone and calling grandma, grandpa? Yeah. Hey, grandma, how are you? Oh, yeah, yeah, we're stuck in the house. Yeah, it's kind of boring. But I wanted to just call and let you know, like, what's going on. Yeah, I miss you. Yeah, yeah, I can't wait. Why don't you take time to do that? Call family, call people you love, get on the phone. Um, Write a letter. I think something else that's really important for your coping is healthy eating habits, healthy activities. Go for a walk, well, you can't really go to the gym. I really strongly encourage you to stay home, but you can exercise at home. Hey, follow me at jeffyalden.com/the daily, because every day I'm doing meditation at 9 a.m. and at 12 noon, I'm doing yoga. So no excuses to get the body moving. Speaking of that, do yoga. Today we did sun salutations. We did just 4 sets of 9 different postures. It was great. Meditation, doing it at 9 a.m. Just breathe. This is coping. I want you to just, when you're feeling stressed, just find a comfortable seated position. And it's called pranayama, the ujjayi breath, where you inhale through your nose for a count of 4, exhale through your nose for a count of 4. So it's like, and it's like you're contracting the muscles that are in the back of your throat, like on a cold morning, and you blow in your hand, you feel the hot air. Well, that warm air is burning the toxins that are in your body. So when you do the ujjayi breath, it's in through your nose for a count of 4, exhale through your nose for a count of 4. And you're warming up the body, burning the toxins. So important. And try not to breathe from the chest, but breathe from the belly. Yeah, if you follow my meditation, I'll share that with you in the morning. Deep breath, stretching, watch a feel-good movie. I'll give you a movie, Peanut Butter Falcon. Movie is awesome. It's a tearjerker. It's a love story. It's so special. You know, this is a perfect time we're having to spend so much time on our phones with school, and we're spending more time on social media. Listen, the average person spends about 4 hours a day on their devices. With the dopamine effect, if you spend more than 4 or 5 hours a day on your devices, you're 70% more likely to have major depression in your life. So I want you to maybe take a social media detox, turn off Instagram, or at least let's do this. Let's be realistic. Have a period of the day where no news, no social media, just take a break. How about from 9 to 6 p.m.? Can you do that? I think that would be awesome, and it would be beneficial. Get into painting, drawing, coloring. Matter of fact, on Friday night, live on Zoom, I'm thinking about doing a vision boarding workshop. I hope you join me. I think it'll be great. I talked about YouTube, croquet, knit, sewing, declutter or clean. That's one thing I've been doing. I've been organizing. I've been really coming up with the process. I'm learning Zoom better so that I can continue to reach. So you've got time to do things that you haven't been doing in the past. Maybe clean up your room. I don't know. I'm just saying. Go to the park, go for a bike ride, maintain 6 feet, like the president does in his, never mind. Listen to a podcast, something that's beneficial. Spend time playing with your pets. I thought about that last night. You know, we're all stressed and the uncertainty, and our dogs are they're just dogs. Man, wouldn't it be awesome if we can be kind of like a dog? Spend time with your family. You know, mom and dad, if you're watching this, remember, our kids don't come home. Mom, dad, this happened today, that happened today. I'm having a bad day. Can we talk? No. Our kids go home and they isolate themselves, just wishing that you would pay attention to them. So here's a question. Instead of, hey, how are you? How about this? How's your heart? How's your heart today? Remember, mom, dad, dad, mom. And remember the same question to our kids. How's your heart? And invite each other to really share. Vent. That's the sharing. How do you feel? Practice mindfulness every day. Slow down. There is a silver lining in all of this. And maybe we might have to restructure. We have to slow down. My friends, I'm in the same boat you're in. We are all affected by this. Maybe go for a relaxing drive. Sit outside. I don't know how the weather is where you are. I'm in South Carolina, a little chilly today, but what a beautiful time to go out on the beach and to just sit outside and be, or open the bay doors, my workshop here. Self-care, do something creative, do something with your photos, maybe create like a montage of all of your special photos of your senior year high school that has abruptly come to an end. I mean, can you believe it? Wow, I'm sorry. Shoot and edit a video. I'm thinking about my niece Riley. I spent a Super Bowl weekend with her. She's 10 years old, and she wanted to make a video that weekend. It's up on YouTube, and I thought that weekend at some points I'm like rushing, but I'm thinking now I have time. We all need to slow down. We need to smell the roses and be more present every day. And maybe this is going to force us to do that. Put on your to-do list, pause, slow down, stop. I'm going to take a day off today. It's on my calendar. I'm taking the day off. It's one of the tasks that I have to do this week. But listen, you get the picture here. Something else that I was thinking about, imagery. I want you to, because you have the power to change how you feel. And so if you think of something sad, it's likely that you're going to start to feel sad. But if you think of something positive, inspirational, you're going to start to feel better and more inspired. So I want you to think of something that is positive and calming, something that makes you feel relaxed. And then what I want you to do is I want you to put all of your senses towards what that might be. For example, you can see, you can hear, you can taste, you can feel, you can smell. Let's make this the beach. And as you sit there and maybe close your eyes, And just imagine sitting on the beach. You can smell the salt water. You can hear the waves crashing in. You can taste this fresh, there's like a taste to the air and the cleanliness, the salt, the beach. Don't open your mouth too much. You might get sand in your mouth, but oh yeah, the beach. You smell it. You can feel the sand, the water. And maybe you start envisioning yourself this summer family vacation. Something you can do every single day is just imagine yourself being somewhere and attach your senses to that. A couple other things here, some diversions to your thoughts. You can write, draw, paint, do photography, play an instrument, make sure you're staying on top of your hygiene, go out, plant something, take a walk, go for a drive, watch a good movie, watch inspirational videos on YouTube, do yoga, do some meditation. So for the gratitude list I talked about earlier, grateful journal, tension releasers, exercise. Listen, how you cope with how you feel. Like, you can take it out on your parents. It's probably not the good thing. You can go in your bedroom and you can yell into a pillow. It's like anger distortions. Everybody gets angry, but how do you deal with your anger? You can go punch a tree. That's probably not the right thing to do. Or you can go in your room and punch the pillow. So I think you know what I'm saying. The physical part is sleep, foods, get in a routine, maintain a routine, eat healthy and a little bit of chocolate. Limit your caffeine intake and practice deep, slow breathing. The spiritual side, pray, meditate, read the Bible, and limit setting. Drop some involvement. Learn to say no. Prioritize important tasks. Let things go and schedule time for yourself. So, my friends, I just wanted to come by and share with you a little bit about, during this time, how you cope with how you are thinking and feeling is really important. And while you're going through all of this, my friends, do you really, really well. I love you guys, and I'm here for you. Follow me, jeffyalden.com/The Daily, and get my meditation and my yoga every single day. I'll talk to you soon, my friend.